Okay, the next topic is dihydric alcohols. What is dihydric alcohols? Dihydric means compounds contain 2OH group. 2OH group. The 2OH group lie on the same carbon mean that named as gemdiols. Gemdiol. That means CH3 COH OH. One more 3 carbon, 3 bond. So one more is hydrogen. One more is what? Hydrogen. So here 2 OH group lie on the same carbon, so that named as gemdiol. What's the name? Gemdiol. But this is one of the unstable compound because 2 OH present same carbon. No, so this is an unstable one. So here removal of water molecule. Removal of water molecule. What's the product? Acetaldehyde is the product. CH3 CH double bond O. Acetaldehyde is the product. So that 2 OH group lie on the same carbon mean what's the name? Gemdiol. Okay, 2 OH groups nearby, so that unstable because of steric effect. So that removal of water molecule remaining is acetaldehyde is the product. The product name acetaldehyde. The next one is, suppose the OH group present in the adjacent carbon mean. What is the adjacent carbon? Like this. First carbon, 2 carbon. This carbon have OH group. Second carbon also have OH group mean. Think about this carbon. 2 bond is there. Remaining 2 hydrogen atom. Here also remaining 2 hydrogen atom. CH2OH. CH2OH. Ethylene glycol. What is the name of the compound? Ethylene glycol. IUPAC name 1,2-ethane diol. 1,2-ethane diol. Or you can put like this also. Here is OH group. Not 1,2. Here also OH group. Here what will come then? H2. Here H2. Here H2. 2 plus 2, 4. 2, 4, 2, 4. So here 1, 2, 3. Here is 1 and 2. So that 1,2-ethane diol. 1, 2 ethane diol. But here 1, 3 propane. 1, 3 propane diol. 1, 3 propane diol. Okay. Now nomenclature of these diols. What is nomenclature? பெயரிடும் முறை. எப்படி நேம் கொடுக்க போறோம்? Usually organic compounds will give 2 types of name, you know very well. One is common name, another one is IUPAC name. One is common name, another one is IUPAC name. Now we are going to give common name for this compound. That means what? CH2OH. CH2OH. First we will give common name, then we will go to IUPAC name. Okay. So this is what? This is a compound. This is what? Common name. This is IUPAC name. IUPAC name. Okay, common name. How to give common name? You know very well, ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol. Common name of this compound is ethylene glycol. IUPAC name what? 1, 2. 2 carbon, so ethane. 1 alcohol mean all. 2 alcohol mean diol. So you can give like this: 1, 2 ethane diol. 1, 2 ethane diol. It's the correct name. Or ethane 1,2 diol. Ethane 1,2 diol. Both are correct answer. Now I am going to give another compound, namely like this. Formula CH3 CHOH CHOH. Okay. CH3 CHOH CH2OH. What's the compound name? Any idea? Any idea for this compound? Okay, 3 carbon. So this is a glycol. So how can you give the name? Propylene glycol. 3 carbon means what? Propylene glycol. The ethylene glycol, this is what? Propylene, 3 carbon, 1, 2, 3. So that propylene glycol is the correct common name. What about IUPAC name? IUPAC name 1, 2, 3. So the correct name is what? Propane 1,2-diol. Propane 1,2-diol. Here you can write 1,2-ethane-diol, otherwise called ethane 1,2-diol. Both are same correct answer. Ethane 1,2-diol. You can write anyway. 1,2-ethane-diol or ethane 1,2-diol. Both are correct answer. So for this one, ethylene glycol is common name. 1,2-ethane-diol or ethane 1,2-diol is a UPAC name. Propylene glycol is a common name. Propane 1,2-diol or 1,2-propane-diol. This is the IUPAC name. Next we are going to discuss about isomerism. Okay. In dihydric alcohol, isomerism. What are the isomerism involved here? I think you know very well, because already we learned one lesson. Isomerism. Isomerism means compounds having the same molecular formula but different structural formula. That means different physical properties or chemical properties or both the properties is nothing but isomerism. Here glycols also undergoing isomerism. First one is position isomerism. Position isomerism. You know what is position isomerism? That means the OH group attaching position only vary. OH group attached position only vary. Example 1, 2, 3 carbon. Propane, here is OH, here is OH. So H3, H, H2 will come. What's the name of the compound? Propane 1,2-diol. What's the name of the compound? Propane 1,2-diol. Propane 1,2-diol. Okay. Now, very same 3 carbon, but OH group present in the first carbon and third carbon. So here is CH2, here CH2, here also is there. So H2, because 2 plus 2 4, 2 4, 2 3. Okay. Here propane 1,3-diol, 3 carbon. So that propane, where is hydroxy group? After first carbon, in first carbon and third carbon. So that propane 1,3-diol. Both are same molecular formula, different structure. So that this will come under isomerism category. Which category? What is the difference? Position only different. Which position? The alcoholic group. The functional group attaching position only vary. That's why this will come under position isomerism. What's the molecular formula here? C, C3. How many hydrogen? 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 8 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. What about here? Here also 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon, 3, 4, 6, 8. Okay, see here also 3 carbon, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 8 hydrogen atom, 2 oxygen atom. So both are same molecular formula but different structures. So that isomerism. Which isomerism? The functional group attached position is vary. Here 1, 2 position, there 1, 3 position. So that this example of which isomerism? Position isomerism. Okay. Next one is after the chain isomerism. This is a functional isomerism. Okay. Alcohols are functional isomers with ethers. Alcohols are functional isomers with ethers. So first one is I am going to write here that alcohol concept, namely CH3, CHOH, CH2OH, namely 1,2 propane diol. 1,2 propane diols are isomers with ethers. Isomers with ethers, so that CH3O, CH3O, CH3, okay, CH3O, CH2O, CH3. And one more compound also you can write like this, CH3O, CH2, CH2OH, CH2OH. See here, what's the compound name? 1,2 propane diol. 1,2 propane diol, or propane 1,2 diol. See here, this is methoxy, this also methoxy. So dimethoxy, 1 carbon, methane, dimethoxymethane, dimethoxymethane. Here is functional group, first carbon, second carbon, 2-methoxy ethanol, 2-methoxy ethanol. Okay, so see here, this is alcohol, here functional group is alcohol, here functional group is ether, here one is ether, one is alcohol. So this is what? Functional isomerism. Always alcohols are functional isomers with ethers. So the first example is propane 1,2 diol or propylene glycol. Propylene glycol. Here dimethoxy methane. Here is 2-methoxy ethanol. This is a functional isomerism because different functional group. Okay. Now isomerism will over. Next we will discuss about general preparations. So the next topic is general methods to prepare glycol. Okay. So preparation of glycol. Preparation of glycols. We are using that mean addition reaction. In addition reaction, dihydroxylation reaction. In addition, dihydroxylation. What do you mean hydroxylation? Hydroxy mean OH group. Dihydroxy mean addition of 2 OH group using Bayer's reagent. This is one of the this very important 1 mark question. What is the Bayer's reagent? Cold dilute alkaline potassium permanganate, nothing but Bayer's reagent. That is one of the oxidizing agent. So what is the Bayer's reagent? Cold dilute alkaline potassium permanganate, nothing but Bayer's reagent. Initially we are going to take one alkene molecule like this, R CH double bond CH2 and water plus oxygen. That means what? Bayer's agent you are going to add, that is an oxidizing agent. Here OH, no, water molecule you can write like this, HOH, one more O, so that 2 OH group. So you can add over here, you can add here, no. So initially now the product is what? Glycol, R CHOH CH2OH. You got a glycol product. You got a glycol. One more method also is there. That means in alkene you are going to add oxygen, half oxygen molecule. That means R CH double bond CH2. You are going to oxygen molecule. Half mean 1 oxygen. So what will come here? Epoxide will form. What? Epoxide. R CH bond CH2. Yes, named as what? Ethylene epoxide. Ethylene epoxide. Followed by acid hydrolysis. Followed by acid H plus and H2O. H2O mean what? H and OH. So one OH is another OH. So your product is R CHOH, here CH2OH, namely ethylene glycol. So one more is, in ethylene you are going to add oxygen, the presence of silver at 473 to 673 Kelvin. That time you will get ethylene epoxide. Then after that, ethylene epoxide undergoes acid hydrolysis reaction. You will get glycol as a product. Initially, ethylene CH2 double bond CH2 reacts with oxygen molecule only of, so that oxygen molecule mean 1, here you are going to take only 1, half mean only 1 oxygen. The presence of silver at 473 Kelvin to 673 Kelvin you are going to heat. That time you will get CH2 single bond CH2 to O, namely ethylene epoxide is the product. Then in second step, in ethylene epoxide CH2 single bond CH2 here is O, ethylene epoxide you are going to acid hydrolysis with H3O plus, H plus and H2O. H2O mean what? H and OH minus, OH. So that product is CH2 OH and remaining is CH2 OH, namely ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol. Okay. And one more method also is that to prepare from alkene. Alkenes reacts with hypochlorous acid. Alkene reacts with hypochlorous acid. You will get one intermediate compound, alkene, like CH2 double bond CH2 reacts with hypochlorous acid. Now you will get CH2 Cl CH2 OH, ethylene chlorohydrin, followed by calcium hydroxide. Now one OH will add over here, remaining HCl and lime. So the product is CH2OH and CH2OH, namely ethylene glycol is the product. Ethylene glycol. So these are the some ways to prepare glycol. And next one is substitution reaction. Through the substitution reaction also we can prepare glycol. These are addition reaction. What all we discussed now, is everything will come under addition category. Now we are going to discuss about substitution reactions. Substitution reactions. Initially you are going to take ethylene dibromide. In the ethylene dibromide you are going to take water and sodium carbonate. Ethylene, that means what? Substitution reactions. Substitution reaction. Ethylene dibromide CH2Br, ethylene dibromide. Here your reactant, what you are going to add? Water, H2O and sodium carbonate Na2CO3. Na2CO3. Now two NAs are now, so that one NaBr and another NaBr. Removal of 2 NaBr. CO3. So you can write like this also, CO2O. The removal of CO2 also. Now 2O, 2H. So you can write 2OH. One OH here, another OH here to form a ethylene glycol. So CH2OH, ethylene glycol plus 2 molecules of NaBr plus CO2. It's named as what? Glycol. So ethylene bromide, dibromide reacts with water and sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. For replacing purpose I wrote like this. Na2 is there, 2 Na2Br, removal of 2 NaBr, CO3 containing one CO2, removal of CO2, one more O, 2O, 2H. So 2 OH group, OH, CH2OH, namely glycol. Nothing but ethylene glycol. The next way, you can convert it to amine, ethylene diamine to glycol. Ethylene is one of the important 1 mark question. How ethylene diamines are converted to glycol? Using nitrous acid. So ethylene diamine formula, CH2 bond CH2, NH2 and NH2. Ethylene diamine mean CH2NH2, CH2NH2. We are going to use nitrous acid HNO2. We are going to use 2 molecules of HNO2. That means, is it listen, HNO2, you can write like this, HONO, 2 molecules, so that one more HONO, 2 molecules. What is remaining here? NH2, 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 2 NH2. Listen, N2 and N2, so that 2 molecules of N2 is removed. 2 molecules N2 is removed. H2O, H2O plus 2H2 also removed. 2H2 also removed. So what is remaining? OH, OH. That only we are going to add here. So your product is CH2 OH bond CH2 OH and 2 nitrogen molecule and 2 water molecule, namely ethylene glycol. Okay. So how ethylene diamine is converted into glycol? Using nitrous acid, very important 1 mark question. See, 2 nitrous acid mean I wrote like this, HONO, HONO for replacing purpose. 2 NH2, 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 H2O, H2O, 2 water molecules removal plus 2 nitrogen molecule, remaining 2 OH is remaining, that OH you are going to add here. So CH2OH, CH2OH, namely glycol, namely glycol. So how ethylene diamine converted into ethylene glycol? Using nitrous acid we can convert ethylene diamine to glycol. The next very important reaction, a reduction reaction. Now addition reaction over, substitution over, now reduction reaction, very important 3 mark question also. What is reduction? Nothing but Bouveault-Blanc reduction reaction. Bouveault-Blanc reduction. B-O-U-V-E-A-U-L-T, Bouveault-Blanc, Bouveault-Blanc reduction reaction. Bouveault-Blanc reduction reaction. Okay. Now, using diethyl oxalate. Diethyl oxalate undergoes reduction reaction in the presence of sodium and ethyl alcohol. So, diethyl oxalate mean oxalic acid, what's the formula? Oxalic acid formula COOH, COOH is oxalic acid. Now, these 2 hydrogen atoms are removed by 2 ethyl group, namely diethyl oxalate. What's the name? Diethyl oxalate. Okay. Now, this is a reduction reaction. So, I am going to add 8 nascent hydrogen. Reaction takes place in the presence of sodium and ethyl alcohol. This is a reduction reaction in the presence of sodium and ethyl alcohol. How many hydrogen we are going to add? 8 hydrogen atom. So that listen, nearby carbon 2 hydrogen, nearby oxygen 1, this oxygen 1, altogether 2, 3, 4 hydrogen. Very same here also. See, H2, H, H. So 4 plus 4, 8 hydrogen. See now, CH2OH, CH2OH. So CH2OH remaining CH2OH, ethylene glycol. So what is the remaining? C2H5OH, C2H5OH, that means 2 molecules of C2H5OH, namely ethyl alcohol. This is our glycol. Okay. So this is what is a Bouveault-Blanc reduction? Bouveault-Blanc reduction mean diethyl oxalate undergoes reduction reaction in the presence of sodium and ethyl alcohol. The product is glycol and ethyl alcohol. So we are going to take 8 nascent hydrogen. How to split 8 hydrogen? Here nearby C 2 hydrogen, nearby OH, another nearby O 1H. So altogether 4 hydrogen atom. Very same thing here also 2 1 1. So finally CH2OH, CH2OH is ethylene glycol, remaining 2 molecules of ethyl alcohol. 2 molecules of ethyl alcohol. Nothing but what? Bouveault-Blanc reduction reaction. In one more way also you can prepare this one using glyoxal. Glyoxal mean CHO bond CHO, 2 aldehyd, two aldehydes. Combination of two aldehydes nothing but what? Glyoxal. Now, instead of 8 hydrogen, I am going to take only 4 hydrogen. 4 hydrogen. So, here 1 hydrogen, here 1, 2. Very same thing here, 1, 2. 2 plus 2, 4 hydrogen. CH2OH, CH2OH. The product is CH2OH bond CH2OH, namely glycol. This ethylene glycol is prepared by one more method also, nothing but glycolic aldehyde. Glycolic aldehyde mean top one is CHO, down one is CH2OH. That means CHO, here is CH2OH, namely glycolic aldehyde. Glycolic aldehyde. Here, instead of 4 hydrogen, I am going to add only 2 hydrogen atom here. 2 mean what? Here 1 hydrogen, here is 1 more. All together CH2OH, CH2OH. You got glycol. First method, if you are going to take a diethyl oxalate, we are going to add 8 hydrogen atom, in the presence of sodium and ethyl alcohol, you got glycol. Here glyoxal, 4 hydrogen atom, you got glycol. If you take glycolic aldehyde, only 2 hydrogen is enough, you can prepare glycol. So these are the methods to prepare glycol by addition process, addition reaction, the substitution reaction. Third one is reduction reaction. Next one is the properties. Okay, that means a hygroscopic nature. Hygroscopic nature of ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol, one glycol contains 2 OH groups, so that this highly polar. Okay, ethylene glycol is contain 2 OH group, so that you can bond easily hydrogen bond, that means intermolecular hydrogen bond. Ethylene glycol contain 2 OH group, so that very hard one, we can this is a polar one, easily formed intermolecular hydrogen bond. Intermolecular hydrogen bond mean between the two hydrogen bond between 2 molecules. Okay, ethylene glycol soluble in water and alcohol, but not in ether. Okay, ethylene glycol fully soluble in water and alcohols, but not in ether. Why? Because water and alcohol molecules break the bond very easily. Break the hydrogen bond mixed with glycol, but not ethers, because ether molecule cannot form hydrogen bond. So this explains the hygroscopic nature of ethylene glycol. So ethylene glycol contains 2 OH group. It forms easily intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding, their melting point, boiling point and all greater. Ethylene glycol fully dissolved in water and alcohols, but not in ether, because water and alcohol molecule fully break the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, is miscible one completely. Mix ஆயிருது. ஆனா ether does not mix ஆக முடியாது, cannot break the intermolecular hydrogen bond, because ether la hydrogen bond form ஆகாது. This indicate which bond? Which one? Intermolecular. This one. This indicate hygroscopic nature of glycol. Very important 3-mark question. CH2, OH. This is OH. This is one of the ethylene glycol. Another ethylene glycol, you can write like this. CH2, OH. Now this bond here is intermolecular hydrogen bond. This is one of the ethylene glycol. This is another ethylene glycol. In between the bond is what? This is intermolecular hydrogen bond between this glycol and this glycol. That's why this is a polar substance. Okay, miscible with alcohols and water, immiscible with ethers. This explains hygroscopic nature of ethylene glycol. Hygroscopic nature. Hygroscopic nature of glycol. Hygroscopic nature of ethylene glycol. So what's the formula for ethylene glycol? CH2OH, CH2OH. Ethylene glycol contains how many primary alcoholic group? ethylene glycol contains 2 primary alkylic group. Okay, ethylene glycol molecule formula CH2OH, CH2OH. It contains 2 primary alkylic group. Clear? So ethylene glycol is one of the 3 mark question. Explain the hygroscopic nature of ethylene glycol.